Hey, Josh Tigg, Running T Farms. Had a couple of questions yesterday about the video I posted about the Sudex and what was there before and what will be there after. So I've moved over here just to get a shot. When we grazed this was some Sudex we grazed 4 weeks ago. So we knew we would have time to get some pretty good regrowth on it. It's probably 24 to 30 inches tall now. So it looked about like that other did after we grazed it, as far as they eat about 2/3 of it, and we still trampled about 1/3 of it down on the ground. So this is roughly 30 days recovery on this, and it's 24 to 30 inches tall. So we will put this back in ryegrass and clover, but we won't drill any seed. I'm just walking across a little lane here that we grazed to show you what will happen. This has been grazed about 2 weeks ago here. We're about 2 weeks behind the cows, so I was just going to get a shot here of what this will look like. So it's hard to see, but a lot of annual ryegrass coming back. Our clover's coming back. If you can see that, we will just have a tremendous stand of annual ryegrass and white and red clover. And we haven't seeded any of this in several years. We just don't see the need to do any reseeding. The ryegrass, always we try to let it go to seed, which it's very hard to keep it from going to seed on you towards the end of its production cycle. That's all it wants to do, is go to seed. And the white and red clover will go to seed a time or two while we're grazing it. But I think it just goes dormant. Before we grazed this off, you couldn't even see any clover in here. It looked like it was all dead. And once we grazed this, this is actually a raised crazy mix patch here. After we grazed it off and the sunlight could get down to the soil, just within a few days, all this clover just jumps back up. So this is perennial clover in annual ryegrass that we get some fall grazing and spring, early summer grazing, and then we usually drill in some raised crazy mix or sorghum Sudan hybrid for summer grazing, fall grazing, and if we have any left, winter grazing. It stockpiles very well in the winter for about 60 days. You do have to get your cattle off of it for 10 days or so after the first frost because of prussic acid concerns. But you can graze stockpiled sorghum Sudan. Holds its nutrition really well for about 60 days. So rotation here is annual ryegrass with perennial clover, and then sorghum Sudan in the summer. So I hope this explains kind of what we're doing here. I had several people ask questions. So we don't reseed the annual ryegrass or the perennial clover. It just always keeps coming back. So it works out well for us. So you can check us out online at runningtbeef.com or like us on Facebook at Running T Beef.